welcome back to 5-Minute Life Hacks. I'm your host, Natalia Ambrosia, coming at you from my bedroom in Los Angeles, California. You're in my bedroom. Can you hear the dogs? They literally start barking as soon as I start an episode, or a helicopter. I'm pretty sure that there will be a helicopter at some point during this episode. And yes, I probably am going to mention dogs and helicopters. Maybe it'll become my signature. In this episode of 5-Minute Life Hacks, I'm going to give you a quick trick for free therapy. Yes, free therapy. I guess nothing can replace therapy, but this is another option for you in case it's not available or in case you want to supplement in the form of voice notes. And so if you don't know what a voice note is, it really is just go to your phone, open the recording section where you can record anything and record your voice. That's a voice recording. Or it can be using a platform like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook messaging. Even iMessage has the voice recording, although I don't really like that one because I find it complicated to use. So I'd like to start by talking about how this trick has helped me, and then I'll let you know how you can use it yourself. So I was going through a big transition period in my life. I'd changed my career from working full time to becoming freelance. I'd broken up with my partner, my long-term partner, and I'd moved countries, and I really, really needed the support from my friends. But my friends were all over the place. I've lived in LA and Santa Barbara and London and Paris, and my friends are also live all over the place. So they couldn't really be around me. But I found myself reaching out to them more and more on WhatsApp. And then after a particularly hard time, one of my friends, Zoe, actually sent me a long voice note. It was 17 minutes long on WhatsApp. And I remember looking at it and being like, what is this? But I was actually really sad and I was at a low point. I didn't have people around me at that. I had just woken up in the morning and there was no one around me and I felt low. And I got this 17-minute voice note from my friend Zoe and I was just surprised. I didn't know what to do with it. So I pressed play. And it was just 17 minutes of listening to my friend who was in LA at the time. I was in London. And she was just talking about her life and her day-to-day and giving me advice. And she'd previously, gone through a divorce. And she was just giving me advice and reassuring me that everything was going to be okay. And I just remember feeling like she was there with me. And I remember feeling comforted, like that comfort that you feel from a friend. And I just loved it. And then I got back to her with my voice note. And it just felt so cathartic to be able to speak without anyone interrupting you. And it was kind of it was like a stream of consciousness of speaking, I don't know if you've ever tried stream of consciousness writing, but it was stream of consciousness talking, but you were talking to a person. So it felt like you had a purpose. And I just felt so good at the end of it. Since then, I've been talking to my friends nearly every day. I think I have 10 to 15 friends on rotation on WhatsApp, and we talk about loads of different things. It's a lot to keep up with, but more on that later. I also want to talk about how it's changed the way I listen. So when you're listening to a voice note, it's different than when you're on the phone. When you're on the phone, you're kind of alert. And you'll notice that you'll do this. You're kind of alert. You're talking to your friend, but you're thinking, how can I respond to what she's saying? So part of you is listening. The other part of you is thinking, what am I going to say? Whereas on a voice note, I realize that I am more relaxed when I'm listening. I'm just taking in what they're saying. And I'm kind of thinking about, inevitably, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next. But it's more relaxed. I realized this once when I was on a hike and my cousin called me and we voice note quite often. And I realized she was talking to me on the phone and she had asked me a question and I just kind of was waiting for her to continue talking. And then I realized, oh shit, this is not a voice note. And then I answered her question, but then I thought, oh wow, the way my brain was working was completely different. And I realized that I'm really listening when it's a voice note. And it's actually been improving my listening skills, I guess. So I want to end this by saying, we all know that friendship is important and it helps reduce stress and it releases endorphins, but some of us don't have time to talk to our friends. It can be time consuming. Sometimes we're on different time zones and it's hard to coordinate. So voice notes are great because it's kind of like leaving a voicemail back in the day, but you just leave it at your own time and your friend responds at the time that they can. And it's really, really great to keep in touch with friends, find out about their lives, what they're doing, and even their problems and help them out. So I'm going to challenge you to reach out to one of your friends, send them a short voice note. Either you have a problem right now you want to work through, or maybe you just want to talk to them and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? I've been doing this. How are you? And then ask them to voice note you back. I guarantee you with the right friend, because some friends, Maya, I'm looking at you, are still resistant to voice notes. But with the right friend, you'll have a cadence that's back and forth, and then you'll start feeling more connected with your friends. And it's all about feeling connected, isn't it? Let me know what you think about this. If you already do this, please get in touch. I want to hear your thoughts. Follow me at Natalia Ambrosia on Instagram. Send me a message. Don't forget to click subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. You're amazing. Bye.